Episode 9 is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are truly looking forward to seeing in this movie is exactly what J.J. Abrams will do in order to really change the entire Skywalker saga. That's going to make us view the entire saga in a different way. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to have saga-wide implications in this movie, and as Richard E. Grant has said before in the past during the Radio Times interview, that it's going to have earth-shaking twists and turns in this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with a moment between both Luke Skywalker, Kylo Ren, and Rey. Specifically, a description of both Kylo Ren and Rey standing in front of the Force ghost of Luke Skywalker. It's described that they appear to be in some sacred place where the environment begins to change around them, and it's said that Luke is showing them in the netherworld of the Force. The next goes over a profile view of Kylo Ren, where it's described that he begins to hear the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, eventually meeting Kenobi face to face. It's said that Obi-Wan's Force ghost is next to Luke, where Kylo Ren is observing Obi-Wan's ghost in front of him. The next goes over a rear shot of Kylo looking left and right, observing both Luke and Obi-Wan's Force ghosts, where the Force ghost of Yoda begins to appear. However, it's described no dialogue is present in this time. It's said to be a lecture by Luke Skywalker of the netherworld of the Force, for both forces of the dark and the light. Now, I really want to go over a couple of parts about this because this to me sounds exactly like something what J.J. Abrams would do in a Star Wars movie, especially a movie that's going to end the Skywalker saga and have saga-wide implications. Now, this most definitely does line directly up with what Mark Hamill, Daisy Ridley, and Adam Driver shot, I believe it was during the months of December till January, where they were actually standing in a stage area in front of a green screen, a 360-degree green screen, where the camera was spinning around all of them, and it's actually said to be a sequence that takes the audience into the netherworld of the Force, showing us exactly what it's like for the Force ghosts of, you know, like Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin Skywalker associated with the light side, and exactly what that side of the entire Star Wars universe really looks like. Now, in this scenario, there's no Anakin Skywalker present, which is a little off to me. It's a little strange, but it sounds very intriguing to have Kylo Ren and Rey actually witnessing the Force ghosts of Luke, Yoda, and Obi-Wan, talking to both Kylo Ren and Rey, especially Kylo Ren, meeting Obi-Wan Kenobi for the very first time. Now, the other one of which that I do want to go over is how before the environment changes before Kylo Ren and Rey's eyes, is that it's described to be a sacred place of some kind. Now, I believe that this is the ancient Jedi temple that we've been hearing about for so very long now in this story. That's really going to have a big effect on the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey in Episode 9. Now, we do know, alright, we do know that this movie's gonna have a lot of saga-wide implications through the use of the Force, and exactly what the Force is in Episode 9 will be changed and will actually be explained in greater detail by J.J. Abrams as a director and a writer. So that's the thing that I believe is a big risk with this movie, is that we do know that they will be exploring the Force in greater detail in Episode 9, and in this scenario, where Kylo Ren gets to meet Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force ghost for the very first time, as well as the ghosts of course, Luke Skywalker and Yoda, while Rey is by his side, is honestly a very surreal moment. I'm trying to imagine what it would actually look like in my head. It sounds something like the Worlds Between Worlds, except, you know, it's the netherworld of the Force instead. So, the only problem that I do have, and I'm trying to really figure this out, is why would Kylo Ren be able to see the actual light side Force ghosts of course, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, and even Obi-Wan Kenobi? Could this very well be a moment in time in which Kylo Ren is starting to snap out of it and turn back to the light? Could this very well be one of the final sequences of the movie? That's a big question for sure. So, like I say, J.J. Abrams, I do have a lot of hope for him for moments like this when it explores, you know, other sides of the netherworld of the Force and just the Force in general. You know, making us understand the whole entire concept of it all, visually speaking. So that's going to be one of the most impressive things, I think, by JJ, and it really sounds like something that he would do in a Star Wars movie. something so crazy and wild as this seems like, you know, is something that J.J. Abrams just loves to do. If you guys have ever watched, like, the TV series like Lost or Fringe or something around those lines, any TV series and or movies that he has been associated with, you will realize that he does do a lot of crazy and wild things, especially when it comes to, you know, the different twists and turns. So, like I say, the whole entire idea of this being fan service / nostalgia, I think, is a step in the right direction, because it seems as though that it's going to serve a purpose of Luke Skywalker giving a lecture of the netherworld to both forces of the dark and the light. That to me sounds very unique and original by JJ, something very, you know, bold, and something that may or may not resonate with fans. We'll have to wait and see exactly how it's executed on the big screen and how it's really going to look, either in IMAX or just regular, you know, 2D or 3D when this movie arrives in theaters come December of 2019. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.